So, in order to do your test corrections, what you have to do is you have to do every question that you got wrong on the piece of paper that you received today. You have to show all of your work, and then you have to do parallel work to go along with it. Once you've done that, you need to attend tutoring tomorrow with Miss Burns at 8, or Thursday morning at 8:15 with Miss Reynolds, and then on Friday, you do the retest in with me. So, let's have at it. Question number 1. Write the following expressions using exponents. So we know that the 5, the 7, and the 3 are our bases, and now all we have to do is count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fives. So I would write 5 to the 10th power times 7 to the 4th power times 3 to the 2nd power. The next one, 7 cubed. 7 cubed means 7 to the 3rd power. And the final one in this page, what is the value of 1,608 divided by 10 to the 3rd? So it's 1,608 divided by 1,000, because that's 10 to the 3rd. And if I do that, my answer is 1 and 608 thousandths. The next question, using the same information, 1 and 608 thousandths, I need to find all of these that are equivalent to that. So, no, yes, 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 and no. Next one, order of operations. Remember, when following an order of operations problem, you need to start at the inside and work your way out. So I'm going to start here with 2 plus 3. That, of course, is 5. Bring everything else down. Okay, continuing in my parentheses. 5 times 4 is 20. 30 minus 10 is also 20. 20 squared is 400, minus 5 times of 20, which is 100. So my answer is 300. Next question, 7 squared minus, we should have 24 thirds here in the middle, plus 26. So 49 minus 8 is 41, plus 26 is 67. Next one is 2 tenths times 2 tenths times 2 tenths. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, but we've got 1, 2, 3 decimal places. So it's 8 thousandths plus 1 and 3 tenths. So it's 1.308. Next question. 1 and 25 hundredths minus 6 tenths is 65 hundredths, plus 1 cubed. 1 cubed, of course, is 1. So it's 1 plus 1 and 65 hundredths, which is 1 and 65 hundredths. Doubled is 3 and 7 tenths. And then the last one in this section, 52 minus 12 is 40 over 5 means 8 times 2 to the 3rd power, which is also 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Next question. Is this true or false? It is false, because this side of the equation is 6 plus 9 equals this side of the equation, which is 9 squared. 9 squared, of course, is 81. 6 and 9 are 15. Oops, missed one. This one down at the bottom. Steve has 2.5 cups of flour. One of his recipes requires 3/10 of a cup of flour. What is the maximum number of times he completes the recipe? So I need to do some division. Move my decimal point, move my decimal point. 3 goes into 25 8 times. And I'm done, because it says maximum number of times I can complete the recipe. That would be 8. Group of 32 students has raised some money. So they've raised, trip costs that much, they've raised that much. So 3,200 minus 2156 is $1,044. split amongst the 32 kids. 32 into 1,044, 3 times, gives me 96. Subtract, I get 84, goes twice, which is 64. Subtract, I get 20, add a decimal point and a 0. 32 into 200 goes 6 times. 6 times 32 is 186. Subtract, I get 14. Add a 0. Did I get 14? Yes, 14. Add a 0. Then 32 times 3 is 96. So 32 goes in there, gives me a 3, a 2, a 6. I subtract, I get 16. 16 is half 32, so that's that. And then I have 32, and I need to round to the nearest whole number. So it's going to be 3263. Okay, the next question. Jenny's buying some gas. She buys 12 and 2/10 gallons. So I need to multiply. So I've set up my problem, 345 times 12.2. I put the 12.2 on the bottom because it's easier to multiply by. 690, 6,900, 34,500. Then I add it up, I get 42090. Count the decimal places in the problem, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, make it be money, 4209. The next question, during the weekend, 1,210 people visited the mall. Every 80th person got a ticket. So 1,210 divided by 80 is 15 people. And then 1814 divided by 80 is 22 people. So on Saturday, 15 people got a ticket. On Sunday, 22 people got a ticket, which gives me a total of 37 over the course of the weekend. All right. The next question is just adding decimals. Remember, when you add decimals, you have to line up your decimal points. So we have 32, 57, 7 and 6/10. You can annex a 0 if you want. No need to if you don't want to. So decimal points straight down, 4017. Next one, subtracting decimals. Once again, we line up our decimal points. Annex a 0. Go ahead and borrow. And it's 10 and 6600ths. And then the next one, all right, the next one, multiplication, 23 and 6700ths times 5 and 8/10. Got my multiplication done. Then I count my places, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 137 and 286 thousandths. The last three, I'm going to do some division. So I'm going to do all fractions mean divide, write the denominator outside. So it's 164 into 1435. So it doesn't go here. So 0, 0, 0. 9 times 164 is too high, so I'm going to try 8. 8 times 4, 32. 48, 51. 8, 13. Subtract, I get 3, 2, 1. And we were supposed to write it as a mixed number, so it would be 164 and 8 and 123 164ths. And that simplifies, believe it or not, to 3/4. But you didn't need to do that. The next question is using R notation. So all fractions mean divide, write the denominator outside. 531 into 71,508. 531 goes into that. All right, so 531 goes into 71,508, 134 times, with a remainder of 354. So 134, R354. And the final one. Now, remember, when you're dividing decimals, you need to make sure that your divisor is a whole number. And if you move it 2 places in your divisor, you need to also move it 2 places in your dividend. So the problem is actually 562 divided into 2,204.8. And then I'm going to do my division. So 0, 0, 0, 4. Decimal point comes straight up. So your answer is 4/10. Make sure you've shown all of your work and make sure that it is in each box and you've commented on what you did incorrectly, and then go ahead and do the parallel questions. Thank you.